So after 2 minutes, we'll start the session so that all students will get registered. All students will get joined. We'll wait for 2 minutes, sir. 2 more minutes. Jay sir, can you hear me? Jay sir, can you hear me? Good evening, students. I request you to mute your phone, mute your laptop, and after this session, in question answer, you can unmute yourself and you can ask the question, or else you can type your question in chat box. You can raise the question in chat box also.
Okay. Okay. One second. Let's just test it. I think I'm audible now from this mic.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Clearly, ऐकू येत आहे. So, should we begin or should we wait for some time?
Yes, sir. We'll begin because it's 6 and the meeting is scheduled for 50
Till
minutes.
6:50.
Yes, sir. Because the WebEx has limit the meetings 50 minutes.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
That's
So,
why.
hello everyone. I think we have 22 participants today, including me and madam. So, okay. You've stopped sending. Oh shit.
So before starting the session, I would like to introduce you.
Yes.
Good evening, everyone. Today we are gathered for this webinar on industrial process and training. I would like to welcome Jai for me, and they have their own company at Bhosri, Thuse Electronics. Jai is BE Modern College, and I would like to congratulate him as he joined his own company. It's good, and we are very happy to see Jai sir for here this webinar. So I would like to Now we will start the session. Jason, now you can start.
Okay, I think my video is not coming. Is it like that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Your video is not there.
Not there. Okay, fine. uh, why is it so?
So you can do one thing. Again, join the meeting.
Okay, fine.
Hmm.
Maybe I can do it.
Yes, yes, sir. I hope you all are doing well in this COVID-19, students. Take care of yourselves. Exercise every day, study every day. Keep yourself busy in reading news, in reading notebooks, everything.
Okay, I think now video is fine and audio is also fine.
Yes, sir. Yes, everything is fine.
Okay, fine, fine. So should we start then with my side?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks. So let me just put it on content sharing. I think it should be available here.
Third option, sir. From left side,
Okay,
third option.
view. Not enabled yet. Screen sharing is not happening.
No, sir. Your screen is
Not happening. Okay, wait 1 minute. Meeting, options, content sharing. Okay, this. How do you set this? Share content. Okay, finally I found it. Okay. Now I think it is visible.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me just go to the first slide and let us start. Okay,
Yes, sir.
slideshow. Not slideshow. Okay, so good evening everyone. As your teacher just introduced me, my name is Jay Tuse, and talking about me, I have just completed my engineering from Modern College of Engineering, Shivajinagar, PES Modern College of Engineering, and I passed my engineering in 2019. And soon after that, I've joined here in my father's company, Tusa Electronics Private Limited. So today's what we are going to talk about is orientation in EMS business and career opportunities which you have. So what I and your madam we had spoken about is basically I was about to highlight what internship opportunities we offer. But I thought let's just look on the broader perspective. Let us look at it as career point of view. So I'm mentioning orientation in EMS business and career opportunities. So here we go. Talking about our company, we are basically into EMS. So you guys might be wondering what exactly EMS is. So EMS stands for Electronic Manufacturing Services. Electronics Manufacturing Services. So under that, we have all these following, whatever options you can see on the presentation points. These points are what our businesses are under the category of EMS. So we function as a OEM and ODM supplier. We function as a total turnkey EMS. We function as a job work EMS, and we also support from design to mass manufacturing. So you guys need not टेक टेन्शन, असं टेन्शन घेण्यासारखं काही नाही. मी मराठीत मधनं स्विच करीन, कारण मॅडम असं म्हणले होते की मराठी स्टुडंट्स पण आहेत ज्यांना मराठी लँग्वेज कळते. सो मराठीमधनं पण शिफ्ट होईल आणि काही थोडा वेळ इंग्लिशमधनं पण घेईन. सो असं हे जे टर्म्स आहेत त्या तुमच्यासाठी ऑफकोर्स नवीन असतील, त्या बघून काही घाबरून जायचं कारण नाही. फोरकमिंग स्लाइड्स मध्ये आपण सगळं बघणार आहोत. सो या, सो द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड इज, आता जसं आपण इकडे डिस्कस केलं होतं फर्स्ट स्लाइड मध्ये, फर्स्ट पॉईंट आहे वी आर इन टू ओईएम अँड ओडीएम बिझनेस. सो तुमच्या मनात एक प्रश्न आला की व्हॉट एक्झॅक्टली इज ओईएम बिझनेस. So OEM stands for Original Equipment Manufacturer. So for example, if I were to give examples, OEM मध्ये जे लोक असतात, those are generally big companies. For example, IFB. IFB is a big name. IFB is making washing machines. It is making refrigerator, not it is making ACs and different household equipment. Similarly, LG is an OEM. So they are equipment manufacturers, original equipment manufacturers who have a global presence. And what these companies do is many times these companies, they do not have electronics manufacturing setup with them. So what they do is they come towards small scale companies like us who have the setup, who can give the electronics manufacturing for them, for their design, and we get it done for them. So yeah, so as the first point says, original equipment design to mass production. That we handle under this business, OEM business. We offer our infrastructure to OEMs like Bajaj, Godrej, Bajaj Auto, Godrej, IFB is there. Then there is Bosch is there, a famous German company. So we offer our infrastructure to them, and we support them in this business. So whenever they have this need for getting electronics manufacturing done, then we support them. Then as the second point says, turnkey manufacturing solution. So कदाचित ही टर्म तुम्हाला सगळ्यांना माहिती नसते, टर्नकी म्हणजे काय. So there, when particularly in any project or rather in any business, there is a turnkey business, I mean turnkey manufacturing or turnkey solution and non-turnkey solution. So when you say about turnkey solution or turnkey manufacturing solution, that is typically done right from the scratch. So let's say आता उद्या suppose तुम्ही एखादं OEM स्वतःचं स्टार्ट केलं, you enter into entrepreneurship and you transform, you start a startup, and eventually it becomes an OEM. So what you guys can do is you guys can completely come to us and ask, we want this purpose, we want these manufacture, we want these circuit boards or whatever equipment you need to be manufactured from us right from the scratch, which means right from the material purchase to the basic initial design steps and all. So everything that comes under turnkey. And when it is non-turnkey, then some, not entirely, but a few parts of the beginning are done by our customer. So the OEM, the person who is the OEM, he does some initial parts for the project, and the rest of the project is carried forward by us. So yeah, so considering, I think तुम्हाला सगळ्यांना डिफरन्स त्याचा कळलेला आहे, OEM आणि नॉन OEM म्हणजे सॉरी टर्नकी आणि नॉन टर्नकी काय आहे. So we are particularly doing turnkey manufacturing solutions. And as I said, the OEM suppliers are mainly, we are OEM suppliers to many people in domains like automotive, home appliances, telecom. So recently we have worked with different people under the telecom sector. And then we have also worked with DRDO for their, basically the demand was for DRDO for their telecom equipments, which were to be used in the defense sector. So we have done that. And talking about automotive as well, Bajaj Auto, we started, if you guys have checked our website, we have done business with Bajaj Auto quite since the beginning. Like we have been involved in the business with them since 1999. So it's their home appliances. For example, our own product, which I am going to be discussing in the later slides, our product is there, which is called as Smart Plug. So that product we are supplying to the OEMs like Bajaj, Godrej, and different companies like that. So they take that product from us and they put it into their products for the home appliance purpose. So this slide right here, it shows what is the example of OEM business. So currently you can see two circuit boards over here. This one is the this is completely like packed in a plastic case, you can see, and there is a metal shielding over here. You can also see some kind of barcode pasted over here. There is some kind of notation right here, and ROHS is labeled. And on the other side, on the top right side, you can see another board which is complete. It has these capacitors, very tiny components, and this big component is there. So basically, this was a work which was done at our place for OEMs. So this thing which you can see, the green colored PCB, it is basically an engine control unit for electric buses. So as you guys know, since the current government is also pushing I mean, they are pushing so much, they are making people driven towards adopting electric vehicles because naturally everyone knows electric vehicles ची ऑपरेटिंग कॉस्ट एकदम कमी आहे. चार्जिंगसाठी जितका आपण खर्च करू इलेक्ट्रिक व्हेकल वरती इतका नक्कीच आपल्याला पेट्रोल डिझेल व्हेकल्स वर करायला लागणार नाही. So that being the main reason, and another thing is the electric vehicles मध्ये the amount of maintenance which you need to do in the long run, it is very less as compared to what you get to see in current vehicles, whatever we are seeing. So that being said and proven, there is a more and more shift is being done towards adopting electric vehicles. And we already have seen electric vehicles running under electric buses rather running under Pune municipal corporation's transport facility, which are running here and there and everything. Okay. So this is so basically this thing which you guys can see, it is a PCB which we made, which we completely assembled for a company called as KPIT. They are mainly into IT solutions, and they also have a daughter company called as Impact Auto Solutions. So that Impact Auto Solutions, that company, that daughter company of KPIT, they are mainly dealing into providing electric bus solutions to different customers. So KPIT, I mean, the Impact Auto Solutions, they deal with people like Ashok Leyland, who are the big players who are looking for solution for electric bus. So the thing is, in this particular scenario, Impact Auto Solutions becomes the OEM supplier to the Ashok Leyland, and we supply this kind of manufacturing, the PCB manufacturing components being manufactured on the PCB and being tested to the Impact Auto Solutions. So yeah, so this is that thing. On the left side, you can see this particular PCB. So that is our one of the longest running business since considering the OEM sector. As I mentioned, IFB is a company which makes washing machines. So since the last 25 years, we are really proud to say that whatever machines are there since the last 25 to 30 years, in those machines, the motor control unit, which is there, the motor फिरवण्यासाठी जे काही युनिट लागतं, तर ते युनिट आम्ही डिझाईन करून दिलेले आहे या IFB साठी, त्यांच्या वॉशिंग मशीनसाठी. आणि लास्ट 25 to 30 years आम्ही हे जे युनिट आहे ते बनवून त्यांना देतो आहोत, मॅन्युफॅक्चर करून देतो आहोत. So that is the OEM business which we are doing with IFB, and this is what we are doing with KPIT and its daughter company. Okay. So let us move to the next slide. Okay, yeah. So in the first slide, you have seen the OEM was there mentioned, and whatever OEM related term, whatever is there, I have explained in the previous slide. Along with that, ODM was also mentioned. So I'll come to what ODM exactly is. So as I discussed, OEM stands for Original Equipment Manufacturers. ODM stands for Original Design Manufacturers. So as I said, OEM people are generally big giants like Tata, IFB, Godrej, and all. So on the other hand, there are few people who want a particular design to be manufactured. Let's say the current trending thing which is coming all in the market of electronics and the latest technologies is IoT. So let's say you have some design, a product idea in your mind for an IoT, which can come under the use case of IoT. So in that case, right from the concept idea of that product, we can get the right from your concept, we can get the prototype of that concept developed, and we can even mass manufacturing it completely for you. And that can be a complete end-to-end complete box type solution. म्हणजे तुम्ही जे आहात आमचे, समजा तुम्ही कस्टमर आहात, म्हणजे तुम्ही म्हणजे ॲज इन जे कोण कस्टमर्स असतील आमचे, त्यांना जे हातात जातं ते कम्प्लीट त्यांची जी आयडिया आहे त्या आयडियापासून जे आम्ही एका वस्तूमध्ये किंवा एका प्रोडक्टमध्ये जे रूपांतर त्याचं करून देऊ, ते त्यांच्या हातात डायरेक्टली जातं. So yeah, this is a fantastic example of ODM business which we had done for a startup called as uh, there was a startup from IIT Bombay and they had this unique product which you can see over here. आता आपल्या ऑडियन्स पैकी जे कोण म्युझिक एन्थुझियास्ट असतील किंवा जे काही परफॉर्म करत असतील त्यांच्यासाठी हे जास्त त्यांना समजेल रादर जे नॉन परफॉर्मिंग आहेत. पण मी जितक्या सिम्प्लिफाईड टर्म्स मध्ये सांगता येईल मला तितकं मी सांगतो. So आता आपण म्हणजे what this product is basically, this product is called as ACPAD and you can see that this is the guitar, acoustic guitar, 6-string acoustic guitar, and on the body of this acoustic guitar there is this pad which is placed and you can also see few buttons and all are there on this ACPAD. So what this product is basically, it is an electronic orchestra, complete electronic orchestra ची सिस्टम त्यांनी तुम्हाला एका पॅडच्या रूपामध्ये आणून दिलेली आहे. So आता फॉर एक्झाम्पल ऑर्केस्ट्रा किंवा बँड वगैरे सगळ्यांनीच बघितले असतील परफॉर्म जेव्हा करतात ते स्टेज असतं मोठं आणि मोठ्या स्टेजवरती एका पर्टिक्युलर प्लेसवर एक गिटारिस्ट असतो, एका पर्टिक्युलर लोकेशनला कीबोर्डिस्ट असतो, एक जण असतो तो सिंगर असतो, एक जण ड्रम्स प्ले करत असतो. तर व्हॉट दिस कन्सिडरिंग दिस काइंड ऑफ सिनारिओ, स्टेज जे असतं परफॉर्मिंग स्टेज त्याची भरपूर स्पेस कन्झ्युम केली जाते फॉर डिफरंट सेट ऑफ परफॉर्मन्स. But what if using one single instrument you could perform everything? So this idea was there in the mind of that startup, ACPAD, who developed this product. So the idea behind this product is, as you can see in the second image, you can see a couple of lighting is there. And there are, I mean, the person who is playing the guitar, you can see he's touching different pads, whatever are available on this product. So using this product, what you can do is you can connect to the music production systems and different softwares are there. So you can connect this product to that software and using your guitar and using this whatever buttons and sliders are available on this pad, you can generate different sounds of different instruments. म्हणजे एकाच इन्स्ट्रुमेंट ही एकच इन्स्ट्रुमेंट आहे अॅकोस्टिक गिटार, त्याच्यावरती जे काही हे पॅड्स आहेत त्याच्यापासून तुम्ही वेगवेगळे साऊंड तयार करू शकता. फॉर एक्झाम्पल आता तुम्ही ड्रम्स तुम्हाला हवे आहेत काही सॉन्ग परफॉर्म करायचंय तर त्याचं ड्रमिंग पॅटर्न जो आहे आपल्याला हवे टिपिकल जे असतं तर दॅट यू कॅन डू फ्रॉम दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग. त्याच्यानंतर जे काही मेलोडीज हव्या आहेत पियानो किंवा सिंथेसायझरच्या दॅट ऑल्सो यू कॅन डू. सो दिस इज द ओरिजिनल डिझाईन जे त्या टीमच्या डोक्यामध्ये होतं ACPADच्या. दे हॅड द डिझाईन रेडी and we were the ones who collaborated with them on this project and completely got that thing done into this product level kind of thing which the user can completely fit on his guitar and get the orchestra done. So this is one nice example and let me move to the another example. Yeah, so this is another fantastic product on which we are collaborating with a startup again. So basically the thing is this one was a startup from IIT Bombay and this product which you guys are seeing here called Annie, it is a product of a startup from BITS Pilani College, that is the Goa campus of the BITS Pilani Institute. So what this product does is it is world's first ever braille device for learning. आता फॉर एक्झाम्पल ब्रेल आता ह्याच्यामध्ये कसं झालं प्रॉब्लेम म्हणजे व्हाय दे दिस स्टार्टअप केम टुवर्ड्स डेव्हलपिंग दिस प्रोडक्ट इज त्याच्या मागचं मी तुम्हाला स्टोरी 2 मिनिटात सांगतो. तर होतं काय सपोज आता आपण तर सगळे ब्लाइंड नाही आहोत. वी कॅन सी दिस इज द रायटिंग, दिस इज द पॅड अँड दिस इज अ पेन. वी कॅन इझिली राईट वॉट एव्हर वी वॉन्ट ओव्हर हिअर. But considering blind students, what happens is everyone knows that for blind people to be able to read and write or to be able to describe on means of paper, braille is the language which they use for communication. But what people use in order to learn braille, I mean the blind students, what they do in order to learn braille is there is a stencil kind of a thing, a typical stencil aste. What these people do is they take this stencil and put it on the paper. So this is my paper. So what they will do is they will take the stencil and put it on the paper and they will engrave whatever जे काही त्याच्यामध्ये engravings आहेत त्याच्यामध्ये ते लिहितात आणि त्याप्रमाणे काही डॉट्स वगैरे तिथे येतात. So and after that what they will do is they will take this paper, turn it over the other side and whatever dots have come from the thing, whatever they have engraved, they will just place their fingers on those dots and from that they will understand, okay, this is what we have written, this is how we represent a particular alphabet or a number. So by this way, they come to know how to communicate in braille, whether it is a written communication or to read something, whatever it is in braille. So the thing is, ki this is what age-old system has been there for braille in order to learn, and there has been no digitalized system for people to learn, for the blind people to learn how to communicate in braille. So what this startup has done, this startup from BITS Pilani College, the startup is called as Thinkerbell Labs. You can even Google it after the session is done. So they have created this fantastic product wherein students, the blind students, as you can exactly see in this image, there is a trainer who is trying to teach what Braille is, and there is this blind person, blind student who is trying to learn. So using these various buttons which are available on this device, blind students can get to know exactly how Braille is. And I'm not really sure if you guys can see, there is some kind of dot kind of things on this particular side. You can even, if it is not visible right now, you guys can even later on after our session is done, just Google what Annie is, and you can see. So basically, this is what they use for training, and whatever dots and things come for Braille, come written, they appear on this particular side. So students can just give their inputs using the different keys and verify what they have written on this particular side. So, and yeah, it is completely self-training. म्हणजे असं असतं की they particularly made this product for school students, because schools, right from the school level, blind students need to be trained in order to communicate in braille. So they have developed this system for that, and what it is completely self-teaching. That inside the system they have put different kind of tutorials and video things, wherein not video, they have put different tutorials which students can refer to, and they can accordingly do the exercise based on those tutorials, and the system itself can verify and tell whether the whatever student has learned is correct or not according to what he is expected to learn. So this is a really fantastic product. We have collaborated with them, and similarly, right from their concept to the design, which raw design which they had developed, we have molded that complete design into a fine product, and it is being celebrated. This product is being celebrated everywhere. Even Prime Minister, the team, the startup who have developed this product, they have even received praise. नरेंद्र मोदींनी स्वतः या प्रोडक्टचं कौतुक केलं, या त्यांच्या टीमचं पण कौतुक केलं, and they are even thinking of expanding, I mean, helping them to take this product to the next level. So yeah, and so as we have discussed, OEM, ODM were the two nature of businesses, and PCB assembly services is another business which we deal into. So whatever I have discussed so far, by the way, I can see few people are raising hands in between, and maybe what we can do is I'll quickly try to wrap up my session, and after that, maybe you guys have some queries or something like that. So maybe let me just finish my presentation, and then we can come on to your queries. I hope that is fine. Yeah. So OEM and ODM we've discussed so far. So that was more into design as well as prototyping and manufacturing stuff. But there are few customers wherein what they do is they have the design ready, they have their prototype also ready already, but they just need someone who can do the PCB assembly for them. So if you take a PCB and the PCB is made, and you have to assemble the components on it, you have to solder the components. So in that particular case, people don't have that much infra, or that don't have that much manpower to do that. So in that case, we offer our manpower. We have a good strength of 80 people. Obviously, after COVID-19 मुळे एवढे attendance नाही आहे. We have like 20 people so far in this present at the campus. So we use this manpower for PCB assembly services. We take bare PCBs and assemble components on it and solder it, get the testing done, and finally after the testing is done, it is given to the customers. So yeah, and the third point, as you guys can see, which is a very important point, PCB, I mean the raw materials, whatever are necessary for this particular assembly, PCB assembly, are provided to us by our customer. So that is the thing. Okay. Yeah. So exactly as I mentioned, these are various kind of assemblies, PCB assemblies, which you can see over here. This is some kind of IoT product which per company had developed. This is some industrial, I think, drive which we had developed for them. This is PLC. I hope you guys know what PLC is. So this is a PLC, programmable logic controller. So we assembled the PCB for the company who designed this. This is a solar pump controller for a company called as Electro Pneumatic. We are doing it for them. And this is some kind of telecom equipment which we are doing for our customer. So this is what our process is in general. As far so far we have discussed what our business is. That is OEM, ODM, and the PCB assembly. So this is how our process goes. मॅडम जस्ट टोल्ड मी की तुम्ही आमच्या कंपनीचा तुम्ही सगळ्या स्टुडंट्सनी आमच्या कंपनीचा व्हिडिओ बघितला आहे. So I would not rather go too much into details of what this is. I would just quickly revise this so that तुमच्या कन्सेप्ट परत लक्षात येतील आणि ज्यांनी कोणी व्हिडिओ बघितला नाही त्यांचं क्लिअर होऊन जाईल. So सुरुवातीला होतं काय, this is a machine called as automatic printer. It is a machine by a German company. What this machine does is it prints solder paste on the PCB, and it even does the solder paste inspection for for the paste which is put on the PCB. So after this stage, what happens is the PCB, bare PCB, goes to this machine, which is Juki automatic pick and place machine. So once the solder paste is applied on the PCB, when the PCB comes into this machine, what this machine does is it takes components assembled. I mean, the components, whatever they are in their raw packaging format. This machine extracts those components from the raw packaging and puts them on the PCB wherever the components are supposed to be. So you need quite a lot of data which needs to be fed into the machine for that. So we do that. So this stage is where the solder paste gets applied. This is where the components are picked from their raw places, and this is where they. Oh, okay. Again, I hope I had some network issue, but I hope I'm back again. Okay. So yeah. So this is what we were discussing. This is where the solder paste gets applied. This is where the components are picked from their raw packaging and placed over the PCBs. This particular machine which you guys can see, over here there are different temperature zones.
Joy sir, sorry to disturb you. There's a block on your screen on the slide. So could you please close that block so that students can read over there?
Okay. I think it is okay now.
Now it's done. Yes. Only one block is more. Yes. Now it's yes, sir.
Now it is clear?
Yes, sir.
Totally. Okay. And I think network is also clear because I think I had some network issue in the middle.
Yes, sir. Now it's okay. Now it's
okay, fine.
Thank you, sir.
So this is what we have discussed. So from this stage, the PCBs which have the components assembled on them comes into this machine. This is a big machine, and wherein there are 7 temperature zones in it. So these temperature zones are programmable. We can program these according to what kind of soldering we want to achieve on the PCB. And from there, when the PCB passes from this machine, we can say that it has been completely assembled. So all these 3 machines are what responsible for PCB assembly of SMD components. And when components are non-SMD, wherein components can be assembled manually, this kind of setup is used where manual operators, as you can see in this image, manual operators are used for assembling the components of the PCB. So this is all about assembly part. This entire stage is for SMD component. This is for manual assemblies, whatever are there. So after this, as I mentioned, I forgot to mention one thing. This machine is used for the soldering of SMD components which are assembled on the PCB. And for manual components, you need a different kind of setup for soldering. I'm sure most of you guys have seen what a solder gun looks like. But in a company like EMS, you can't really afford to have a solder gun to solder each and every manual component. So what is the quick way out? The quick way out is to buy and invest in a machine like this, which is called as inline wave soldering machine. So what happens in this machine is whatever manual assembly is done on the PCB, that PCB is passed on to this machine. And in this machine, there is molten solder. I mean, there is a reservoir of molten solder, and those particular parts of the PCB which where you need the solder to be deposited, those particular areas are exposed to the molten solder via this machine. And on the output side of this machine, so obviously this is a machine, so it is going to have an inlet side and an outlet side. So in the inlet side, you enter the PCB, and on the outlet side, you get the PCB completely soldered. So what happens is when you pass the PCB, those particular areas where you want the soldering to be done on the manual components, so that is done over here in this machine through the molten solder, whatever I've said. And what you get on the output is a completely assembled PCB. So one stage number one, two, three, four. On these four stages were for assembly. But that doesn't only mean we are done. The assembly is already so okay, we are good. We can supply it to the customer. That is not what is expected. Further, when you are done with assembly, you are expected to do various kinds of quality checks. So this is a machine we have invested in. It is called as automatic optical inspection. What this machine does is it scans whatever PCB you enter into the machine, as fully assembled PCB, whether it is manual assembly kind of PCB or whether it is SMD assembly kind of PCB or whether it is hybrid. Most of the times designs are such that they have hybrid components. So few are SMD components, while others are manual components, which are manually assembled. So all those PCBs, all those kinds of PCBs are entered into this machine. It scans the PCB and it compares according to the data whether the placement of each and every component has happened correctly or not. It even detects any kind of deterioration in the positioning of the component on the PCB. So, of course, you will say, ki, why do you want to invest in this kind of machine? There are people who can do manual inspection as well. They can take magnifying glasses and see. But the thing is, ki, magnifying glasses give you a resolution up to certain limits. But there are few components, as I said, in the SMD components, which come under the SMD components. Those are so small that even magnifying lens is not able to clearly tell you whether the component or using magnifying lens, you're not able to clearly judge whether the assembly has been done correctly or not. So in that case, you need this kind of machine which provides you a high resolution and you can see the assembly which is done in great detail and the machine compares for you whether it is done correctly or not. So this is all about automatic optical inspection. Further, right from this stage, this machine which you see here is called as in-circuit tester. So what this machine does is you place the PCB, fully assembled PCB, which has come through the inspection over here, and there are different nodes on the PCB on the testing probe of this
Jai,
machine. Yes,
again,
yes, ma'am.
I'm disturbing you. Sir, the meeting will turn off at 6:45, sir.
Okay, 6:45.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
fine. I'll quickly then.
Yes.
But ma'am, we have selected 6:50, isn't it?
Yes, sir, but we have started 5 minutes earlier, na? That's why.
Okay, fine. No issues. I'll quickly wrap the session up.
Yes,
So
sir.
this is the ICT machine which just verifies whether your whatever you're assembled is it electronically correct or not. So if time had been there, I had gone into the details of this, but this is what I can tell you guys for the moment. Okay. So let me just see what I have left to cover yet. Yes, so the same thing which you guys had seen over here, it is there in detail. You guys can see this on our website as well. I'll not go into this then. Then there are two important test facilities which we have. The one is the EMI EMC test facility, wherein we conduct tests we conduct various tests, wherein we see how your circuit has been made and whether it is able to stand electromagnetic interference or not. So that's it for now. The next thing which we see over here is a programmable AC and DC source as well. So when we talk about DC source, all we have is a power supply, a DC power supply which we get in our laboratories. But we generally don't have a programmable AC source readily available. So we have that in house. You can get different kinds of tests done on this setup, and that's it. So coming to the next thing, this is our product. I will just in 1 minute explain what this product does. This product senses the voltage on the main side, and if it is healthy, then and only then it supplies the voltage to your appliance. So as you can see, an appliance has been connected. And if the voltage on the main side is safe, then and only then your appliance will function. Otherwise, it won't. Okay. So the information is available on our website. You can refer to that. And this is another product family of product called as Timeline Streetlight Timer. We manufacture different kinds of timers for different applications, and the list is vast, so I can't really get into details of it. So this also you guys can see on our website. Yes. So coming to the final point, what internship and what career opportunities we guys can offer, we as an organization can offer to you guys. So the first one is assembly line operators, wherein you can work, you can sit down on the assembly lines and you can work, you can take the components, fit them into the PCBs and pass on to the next stage. That is what you can do, manual assemblies. Then there's a lot of pre-processing also for these assembly line that even you guys can do. Then the next is machine operators. As I explained to you guys in the previous slides, you guys have seen what all machinery we have. So those machineries are not fully automatic. You need machine operators for them. So we guys can offer you that internship. Then there are testing operators which are involved in testing of whatever piece circuit boards which we have seen. So that testing can involve ICT or other manual testing or any other kind of test setup which we develop for you guys for our customers. Then embedded developer, we can even if someone has that kind of potential and knowledge and skills to work in the embedded development field, we can even offer internships in that. Then there's sales and marketing. I don't really need to tell you guys what that really is. And content writers, we can even take people for writing content for our website. That can be either blog or rather a script for a video or something like that. Okay, so I'm done from my side. We have 4 minutes left. Let's see what all questions we can cover in it. Thank you, guys. Thank you, ma'am. Are there any questions? You guys can raise your hands. I can try to unmute you and address your questions. So, any questions?
Thank you so much, Wadia, for giving us
Okay.
and thank you for adding students. I would like to inform I have a screenshot All students, turn on your camera. Anyone have any question? You can ask. Meeting will get close at 6:48. So I request you to turn on your camera.